Right, Sean here,
Steven here.
and we're going to be doing a speedrun of Resident Evil Village. Now, this isn't a tutorial of any sorts. We're just doing a casual run,
Just for fun.
just for fun. We're going to be using some of the unlockables that we have, which is pretty much like infinite.
All the cool stuff.
Yeah, infinite ammo. We have the LZ, what's it called, answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is just a fun run, and let's jump into it.
Alright. We're just gonna go on casual.
Yeah, this is like we said, this is gonna be a casual run, and I think that when I did this speed run the first time, I actually did it on Village of Shadow with the Infinite Magnum. I think I got a time of 2 hours 10 or somewhere between two.
Yeah, I got around the same time for all of my speed runs.
There. It's like I said to your mom. That book's too scary for you.
I think we both did about 4 playthroughs of the game.
Oh yeah, I definitely love this game. This is probably my favorite Resident Evil.
Honey.
It's tied for the remake of 2 for me.
And Steve's playing the first bit of it, and then
we're gonna switch off.
Switch it. So if you see like the skill jump, like in the middle of the video,
So if it gets worse, like in a few minutes, then you'll know why, because he's taken over. We're gonna be skipping all these cutscenes.
yeah, cutscenes do
They add to the timer.
they add to the timer,
Which I don't like. I wish more games would pause the timer when you see cutscenes.
this all like ruins your time.
Yep.
Just get it.
You have to walk, you have to stumble along. It's been a few days since my last playthrough too, so I'm
Right,
sure
yeah,
there's gonna be some parts
We
where
pretty
fumble
much
along.
we pretty much beat the game the first weekend.
The first weekend.
It was out.
The only thing that we did afterwards was the mercenaries. Took like a couple tries through, but once I unlocked everything, then I haven't touched it since. Granted, the game came out last week, but still.
This feels like so wrong for like a speed run.
Right? There are going to be some sections through the game where it does stuff like this.
Yeah, we originally were gonna do like a knife only run and yada yada yada, but
All the challenges, like
we figured, well, at least I figured, that stuff is already out there on YouTube, and if we're gonna post a video up on our speedrun, I want us to kind of have some fun with it.
right.
So
Because
I mean,
I did all that too. Like I did, like my third playthrough was knife only, casual speed run. No, I did like maybe twice I healed. And what was the other thing? Forgot what the last thing was.
but I said, what, let's just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Let's do a run where we get
could
to
just
play
use
with all the
whatever-
toys that we
Right.
had.
We worked hard to unlock them, so
Yeah,
why
might
not
as
use
well.
them?
By the way, screw mercenaries mode. Well, the first 4 weren't bad, but the last 4.
So difficult. And this is coming from, like, I've played every Mercenaries minigame, like 4 or 5, I think 6 had one too. Then there's the raid modes and even the 3DS version. And the difficulty jump with those last 4 were so irritating.
What did all this?
But we both got through it, at least SS rank.
Yeah, I was
and all
gonna I was gonna give up, and then you know, Steve was like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna keep trying," and then he got like lucky with the first two. Like, he got it, and then I was like, "Crap!" I said, "I can't be left behind."
I was halfway done. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't know about how difficult the last 4 were. I just tried it, and I was like, okay, like I did the first 4, so I'm halfway there. And then I saw, oh, you can't use most of the weapons you could in the first 4, and of course it's Village of Shadows difficulty. And I got discouraged, but I kept trying. And once I got 1, I was like, okay, I gotta keep trying. And the closer I got, like, I couldn't give up. I'm never gonna touch it ever again. Like, that's it, I'm done.
And there's too much. Well, I don't want to say too much, but the luck that's involved, especially with your power ups, can really, you know.
And the first 4, like, if you don't get good abilities or...
Yeah, because you can upgrade your weapons.
Right.
But the second one, they pretty much gate you on the weapons that you can use, and that's the big issue. Part of what helped me was actually kind of looking at some of the routes people were taking.
Right, so you don't have to worry about ruining your combo, which
But-
your combo ends quickly.
But in my opinion, you know, those can only help so much because, you know, there's still a bit of luck involved.
What the hell?
And this is the
The L's the answer.
yeah, which I don't think is as good as it should be for
But
the
it's
amount of
cool.
work we have to put. It is cool. That's why I wanted it. That's just I don't care about achievements. I just wanted this, and when I got it, I'm like, oh, this is it.
Well, I want it. So the way I work is if I like a game enough, then I'm gonna work to try and get all the achievements
He's a slave to the achievements.
or trophies.
he will,
playing
he will punish
PlayStation.
himself to go get achievements.
If I like the game enough.
I don't know how you avoided that. He should have grabbed you.
Is it over?
Also, because the mercenaries, the last thing I did. I didn't really play around with this weapon too much, so I really want to try it out more extensively. I don't really understand how it works fully. I know there's different modes to it, and then you can do the double blades. Where did he go from?
There's no end to them.
This all seems so tame now.
Right?
Between
The
playing
very
on-
first time, and Shadow Village
yeah,
too.
for the first time, and then Shadow Village mode, and
Village
then
of Shadows, I keep mixing
especially
it up, whichever.
and
whichever
then
one.
Mercenaries mode. This seems like so slow now. And yeah, I know we're overpowered, but
It is fun to go back and, like, you know, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not a fan of this auto aim.
so I guess we should have figured this out before. But for speed running, is it faster to like get like to die?
I guess. My pride won't let me do that.
Yeah, so we're definitely not gonna be a world record here.
You never know. Wait, I want to see, is there an auto aim?
Yes. Right there, aim assist.
Alright.
Steve said he's casual, but not that casual.
I deserve to play the way I want at this point, but I also don't want to make it like zero effort sort of thing.
Yeah, are you supposed to die at this part?
If at some point, if you keep killing him, then you'll just something will grab you from behind and then toss you into the cutscene.
Right, but that can probably be initiated quicker, right?
Probably.
He just wants to show off.
Hey, I worked hard for all these gadgets and toys. This seems so tame. That weapon is best.
Something just comes and pushes you.
It grabs you from behind. I think actually in my last playthrough, like, or Shadow Villages, I got hit with the arrow, and then someone just grabbed me. But it's like, even if your back is against the wall, then, you know, it just spawns behind you. The game's like, alright, we get it. You're good.
Shit.
Why do you say that for? There it is. Alright. Now we get to the main part of the village.
Rose is here?
I don't use that quick turn.
You got it. This is speedrun strats.
Yeah, speedrun strats when you just stay there for like 10 minutes longer than you had used to.
I remember like the first time I did the speedrun was my second playthrough, but I was trying to also collect everything I missed, so all the files and the goats and stuff like that, and I didn't make it, but it did get me kind of prepared to do something like this. My favorite part about speedrunning games is like when you keep doing it, and then you see the improvements over time. Like, I remember the first time I played the remake for 2, it took me a while, I didn't know what I was doing, and then all of a sudden I was just... I think I had sub 2 hours for every scenario.
This way.
Damn, the fire's moving fast. Don't worry. Try not to breathe in the smoke.
I know. Thank you, Ethan.
I just don't get it.
Oh, I didn't let you leave yet. I don't even remember what happened there.
Guess this leads to the castle. Nothing but blood and death.
The bird. Why did you kill the birds?
Because they're not real. Birds aren't real. They did such a good job with the characters here, by the way. I really do love this game and the story.
Furthermore, I can assure you that you
But you're just gonna have to play that for yourself.
Ah, Jesus Christ!
That's right. Run for your life.
This must be like so funny to somebody who like if they would just like
This is their
watch
first
if they
exposure to
they
it.
just watch the speed runs
Very nice.
and it's like okay, you see like,
Like there's no like hint at what was coming, but all of
Yeah.
a sudden he's like blinded up. He's missing fingers. Come on.
Shit!
My word. You truly are as strong as they say. Oh, you didn't think I'd let you get away, did you?
I remember the first speed run I was doing. Like I went straight here, and I was like, why didn't it start?
The Lord so
I did the same thing.
I didn't walk up enough to trigger it.
Nothing like fresh American
The good thing is like the speed run, if you're into getting achievements and you know, trophies and stuff like that, it's very forgiving. Like you have 3 hours, and it takes you can comfortably make like 2.5 hours.
Alright.
All right. So Sean's gonna take over here for the castle.
Could Rose be here?
You can take a look at my inventory too if you want to switch anything out. I have the grenade launcher.
You know it's gonna be very weird, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I normally play this with the Elite controller, and I'm playing on the standard.
You crazy bitches.
I like how some cutscenes they allow you to skip, and others they're like, ah, you
Yeah,
gotta
this
watch
one he's
it,
like, no, you gotta see this.
You gotta
You
watch
gotta
what's
watch
hap-
this, man. Can you believe that?
Look at it. Look at your fingers.
Or the lack thereof. Got 2.5 missing.
Alright.
Very familiar. This whole
Where have
section.
they taken Rose?
Which one is this?
What?
Is this the stake?
Yeah. The right is the rocket pistol,
Ew.
which for you get that for finishing Village of Shadows difficulty, but definitely wasn't worth it in my opinion.
Let me string you
Yeah,
up,
that's
slice your
the
throat,
shame part of it.
and just watch.
A lot of the stuff that we unlock, we're going through all this crap. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's the LZ is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool weapon. I like lightsabers. But
At that point for me though, like I was kind of done with playing the game, so this is like the only time I was actually using it.
last time I did that, it lit both of them.
The castle is by far my favorite part of the game.
Cassandra caused all this
I agree.
mess.
I think the castle is the best part.
Not to say that I didn't like the others, but they did a really good job with this part.
I like how every moment they get, they're trying to show off his hands.
That's like the only part you can see, so they gotta make a big deal about it.
I will say I'm slightly confusing myself over
The demo?
mercenaries.
Mercenaries. You gotta keep that combo going. I remember when I first started, because the demo did have differences in like what you do. Like, I don't think this was the the maroon eye you'd use on that door.
Shall I give you the tour?
Go, 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 go! Chase it!
She sprinted over to the room.
What have you done to my daughter?
I think you had to get off. Ah.
What the hell?
Oh crap, I thought I missed.
Such a drastic change with how different our first playthrough was. Like, I remember stressing about all of this, and I was just like, "Yeah, you can just run through it. Don't worry about it."
Oh shit. Go ahead, do your worst.
You will learn.
This would be one of those times it's like, oh, just no, they won't have any context of what's happening here.
Right?
wait a minute. What's his hand doing here?
What I found out in my last playthrough is that it's best to just have her follow you here because otherwise she will. Ooh.
What was that? How did she manage that?
If she isn't right behind you when you do this part, then she breaks down the iron bars at the end, so you have to circle around.
"25 minutes."
Running will get you nowhere.
Ow. It just works, guys. It just works.
It's that Listerine. I wish they'd have at least taken the sleeve part off.
Man, screw this
It
castle.
works on clothes too.
I think you gotta turn around.
Oh my gosh.
See, Sean was talking all this smack, and then look what happened.
Steve's playing right now. What are you talking about?
To the right, yeah.
This is how I play all my instruments.
I always wondered, like, he's missing 2 fingers at this point. He wouldn't be able to do that. I always look at that key and I think it looks like Eggman. Dr. Robotnik.
So we finally meet.
So you finally came to. I don't want to die.
Oh, I like how she was
Sick of bugs.
coming to get me.
I think they all do that at the end. At the mask.
Gotta go fast.
I don't think that lost, yeah.
What the heck?
I always hated how it's that same exact grunt every single step of the ladder.
Aww.
Oh, you got it.
Did I?
I think.
I don't think so. So I'm used to agility power-ups, and I got like, and this feels like super slow to me.
I'm used to that knife killing like everything in one hit.
I have all of them, right?
You have to go to upstairs and to the right,
I know what you're talking about.
and then you'll have all the masks.
Stupid man thing! You
Oi!
wrong, even if you run!
I didn't set that one up good, well at all.
Play with me some more.
Wait, who's that?
Dimitri. You have the one final one here. It's the Dimitris. Yeah,
Why is she here?
it's the last one.
I've never had her come out of this here, over here.
Really?
Yeah,
I've always
that's
had
the
her come in.
first. That's the first time I've ever seen her pop up.
I've always seen
This
her
is
there.
this would be the first time I've seen her. That is crazy. That's the first time I've seen that.
Really?
I was worried my sisters had gotten. She's first.
That is the first time. That is so weird. I've never, ever, 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 ever seen her up. This would be the first time I've seen this last one.
You're mine. Pray, Mom.
That is crazy. See, you know, I played this game how many times, and I'm still seeing new stuff.
Crazy witch.
It, it must be something with your save.
I don't know. I've always seen her there.
I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Okay, I should be able to get out with these.
Oh my gosh.
The entire blood pool of House Domitresk is done in by the likes of
Her
you.
butt was blocking me in.
I remember the first time I left that door and then she was right there, scared the crap
Alright,
out of me.
who's on the left, Joy?
Sorrow. Pleasure. Joy. Rage. And then she's gonna be following you, so she's right behind you. Or not.
That's weird, man.
I've always had her right there. There she comes.
Are you
In all of the playthroughs, I did probably like 4 playthroughs, I've never seen that happen.
I can't remember the first time, but maybe it's just the timing of it when you get there affects when she shows up.
Looks like your outfit matches your
You should be dead already.
She has plot on her. She used to talk more about, you know, the daughter.
What the hell?
Keep shooting and then it's gonna crash into the castle.
Don't be shy. Show me your terror. Time to die. Every last morsel.
Who's the boss now?
You're the one who's cursed.
You got that yellow
Looks
Gatorade.
like I'm getting out of this place. Rose.
Hear our voice together as one in reverence. We call on.
That's the only time you're gonna see me do it.
Yeah, quick turn.
Quick turn.
One thing that has tripped me up a few times is if you quick turn and then you pause or you go to your inventory, sometimes you unpause and then it reverts you back to your original position, which has messed me up a few times in Mercenaries. Not as big of a deal in the main game, but it's still there and it still does cause issues. I don't know if they fixed it or if it's even a known thing.
There's one more, right? Yep.
One more. What?
Enemy. I thought there was like 3 on top of the.
Yeah, I usually just run past all of them.
There you are. I had a feeling.
He's so excited to get the drop on you, and then he just...
This is
07, 04, 08.
77784.
07, 04, 08.
Oh, I keep going the wrong way. Can never get that. This is one of the cooler moments in the game, but I won't spoil it.
I knew it was coming, but it still got me.
That was like a stupid random moment.
You didn't get spooked? I heard a pretty good joke about that part, but because it does contain spoilers, I can't tell you.
You saw his head?
Damn it. Better see the Duke again.
How was
I saw there's an actual animation, so you can't really harm the Duke. Every time you point your gun at an NPC, then like it doesn't let you do anything. But you can toss a pipe bomb at him, and he does have an animation for it. Which I thought was interesting, you know. Developers knew somebody would try something like that.
What do you say?
He just sort of like kind
Come
of
on,
covers
man.
himself and then he just like coughs. Shoot.
What?
Ethan, come with me. There's something I have to tell you.
Mia? What's going on?
Alright, this is one of those parts where it's like slowing me.
Yep.
Making me walk.
Rose feels different.
Get out of my face.
You have to fix her.
I got a time to read.
What the hell is this?
Everyone leaves me. Even Rose.
You think under 2 minutes is feasible?
For this part?
2 hours?
Can't be right.
Oh,
2 minutes.
like you're being very optimistic. I would say closer to 10. Because I am a little rusty on a few parts here. Well, not here, but Moreau and Heisenberg's lab.
What's going on?
What? Wait,
It's on the side.
Oh, no, no, no!
See, definitely not making that 2 hours now. Wait, look beside it.
This way we're coming out, right?
The other side.
Speed run
Other way,
track.
other way.
They turned me around!
To the right. You can tell because it has two, like, it would make sense to have that part open.
What?
It's gonna be the right side. Because, like, it has openings on both sides, so if you see that, then it's gonna open on the other side for all of these elevators.
Would you stay in a place like this?
Not after seeing this part, no.
I mean, but I think it'd
In
be
the
a nice. I
daytime-
think it'd be a nice, peaceful.
In the daytime, but in the nighttime, it is terrifying.
All right, so here's Steven's part. It's his
Yep.
favorite part.
Honestly, it is. I love and hate this part because of the same reason, is absolutely terrifying. And this is gonna be my 5th time playing through it. My palms will get just as sweaty as the first time. My heart's gonna be beating. I know how to do it, but it still gets me every single time. Takes me back to the Super Nintendo clock tower. Well, I don't want to spoil parts of it, but the actual game, but there was a little similar thing with the monster here. Also, I do know parts of the puzzles that I can skip.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wish this music just stayed on the entire time. By the way, I'm very, very creeped out with dolls. And that's the dude of the movie Chucky that you know, I saw at too young of age, and it scarred me. So
we both
boss,
have like a phobia in this house.
This boss, yes,
Wait,
this
where's my
boss is the worst. This is the one I was dreading. So when they, you know, when the merchant, the Duke, was basically giving us orders, and like we had to go to 3 different officers. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep this one for last because I'm dreading it.
Oh,
and then I find out this is the one. No, you don't need that.
Yeah, I know. I did it.
Then I found out I was like, oh, I had to go here. They're forcing me to go here
Yeah.
first. I was like, all right, let's go.
Alright, everything else I can skip. I unlocked that door. I think that door at the end's locked. And then this is the anniversary.
Why is this here?
Oh. Whoops, I messed it up. Cool. They did a really good job with this house. It's terrifying. And I like the puzzles here. Alright, we're gonna ignore that. Alright, now the terrifying part comes up. We'll go back in here, I think. Yeah.
You'll have to wait a little bit, but I find like that's probably like the... Well, I don't know if it's the best route. No.
Yeah, I think I went the wrong way. Yep. Supposed to go a second time I go down that way.
No, you can just wait there. You can just wait there. Yeah, wait there and crouch, and then as soon as you turn around, you can slowly make your way around. This part, I hated this part because I felt bad for the baby.
The baby just wants to play.
Yeah.
But the baby will eat everything, including us.
You can go. Just don't run up. Go. Go.
Second time around. So you have to... There's only really 2 routes you can take, but second time I have to go down that same path. This is the part where it gets even worse. I remember when it gave me the option to like hide in the closets or under the bed, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be terrifying, and it is.
These are my favorite sections in any game. I don't really like games where they leave you defenseless. You have to hide and avoid.
Yeah, I like games where you're actually able to do like, you know, defend yourself. Alright, this is the every time. I know you can just press yourself up against this door, but man, it is terrifying.
What's his name? Or her name?
Oh, thing just.
Ah,
poor baby. I read through the bonus content. They have like the concept art and information. It's supposed to be like a 2 or 3 minute baby. That's obviously just not real. Just spooky. This is Sean's favorite part.
Try and find me.
my eyes are closed. No, I'm just kidding.
I had my eyes closed for the last section.
Fucking monster.
And if you take too long during the section, then a few of the dolls attack you. Because I was just frantically looking around. You have to search for that specific doll.
Look straight ahead. Right. Yeah. Right. There.
Oh.
I wish they went into more in depth on this person here. No, I wouldn't go there. Go.
That way.
Yeah, just give a little bit more backstory for this person here.
Right. Because it was interesting. You have to read the files and you will get more information, but this is because of how quick it was, you don't really get any backstory on her, like story-wise. You'd only get more information if you actively searched out the files and read them.
What are you doing to my cute friends?
I feel the same thing with the daughters too. Like, I couldn't really tell the difference between any of them. They all looked alike. They had, like, I think their weapons and their necklaces were different, but it's not like you really got to flesh them out.
So that's who was behind all.
Get my Gatorade.
Thanks too.
Got my weapons back.
Well, technically, you.
It's just a hallucination.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb though. It's like you had it on you.
Way to spoil it. Yeah, that was all like not real. A hallucination. What's your favorite lightsaber color?
Blue.
Blue?
It's my favorite. So I don't know if it's true because I didn't have, I didn't see anything in game to explain it. But apparently the colors do something different.
Well, let's try it out. My favorite is red. I always like the red.
That means you're a Sith.
Yep. I know what I said.
When I first saw the videos of this, I thought it was a mod. And it's like, oh look.
It does look like somebody.
I was like, all right. But then when I found it was legit, I was like, oh, I have to get it. And then I saw what I had to do. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do it.
And I saw it, and I was like, okay, that doesn't sound so bad. And no, it's bad. Well, it's not bad, but it does take quite a bit of practice. A lot of time. Oh, there definitely is a difference with the power, I think. Because I think that would have killed it in one hit if it was red. There's a goat over there if you haven't gotten it. Which I did. That was a sneaky one. I don't know why you'd be looking for goats here.
It's not this type of video, Steve.
I just thought, you know...
If you were looking for that one goat, you had to
if you had
watch this
19
one
out of
video.
20, then that could have been one of them.
So it does seem to be a difference, right?
So, I don't know what the green
That
is.
sucks.
Well, that's why the red is the best one.
Red sucks.
Cross. And you can be Darth Maul. The only thing is you do have to take it back out every time you have like a cutscene.
Yeah, it's not a very good speed running weapon if you were doing like the melee speed run, because
the karambit knife is the best option, I would say. And especially like you can do that right away pretty much. Well, I think this is a little stronger, but there are parts like you have to take the blade back out after cutscenes and
the timing matters too. It's like you can do like one hit that does major damage, or if you had two that does like less damage but quicker.
It's quicker.
So it causes the knife to have a higher DPS, even though this might be more damaging.
It's the coolest weapon in the game.
It is, but then after all that work, I want it to be like undoubtedly the best weapon in the game. Like we shouldn't have to go to the knife for anything now. The knife was meant for people who couldn't get that double S, which we did.
I remember I was just going for the achievements, and then I was like, I'm almost there, so I might as well. It was a very discouraging journey.
And now he's just like putting in all your faces.
I gotta use it. Like,
he's just
I
like, look at what I got. It just
the other way.
It just took.
It's like a two day thing. 2 days. I always feel bad for this guy. I always think about my dog every time I see this part. Because the first time I got my dog, I brought her home, she threw up all over the carpet. That was the first thing she did.
How do I get out of here?
I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yes, I did. Got ahead of myself. Yes, this way. Especially after like 4 playthroughs, everything sort of blurs together. Like, yeah, I have that. I definitely have that item. No, I don't. Oh. Got an hour. It's not bad. Hour and 3 minutes.
It's kind of funny though. It's like they really did use Resident Evil 4 as their inspiration
Yeah.
for this game. There's a lot of references.
So
I'm pretty sure that happened in Resident Evil 4.
yeah, we have
know.
that one boss you fight with the harpoon, the fish. So actually, interestingly enough, in the notes for this game, the concept art and everything, Ada was supposed to be helping you in the village. She had a plague mask, and she'd assist you whenever you got stuck, which is the exact same thing she did in 4 with Leon. And they scrapped her. I think it was because of like timeline purposes. It wouldn't have worked out.
What am I supposed to do? He said the exit's underwater.
I don't think you need to do that.
Don't?
No.
Well, don't I have to break it off for the second time?
When you just go down and you come back,
It
it's
just
just gone.
disappears.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I figured that out because it's like, okay, it's gonna break, so why not just break it on the way back?
True.
But then when I came back, it was already gone.
Oh man. Wish I knew that.
Alright, don't mess us up, because I
Yeah.
remember you had issues on this part.
I definitely did. It's also part like I am rushing in, so that's why. Oh man.
Alright, you can get closer now. No, don't go yet! Okay. Oh, that was close.
No, I'm good, man. This part, I never really had a good timing for this part. I just kind of winged it every time.
Stinks.
I like how he looked at his hand, like honestly in that same situation, if I had to do that, I would definitely like feel grossed out and do the same exact thing right there. Oh, almost ruined it right there. I mean, the checkpoint is like a few seconds behind, but
Caught myself a big one.
I definitely died a lot there the first time I played it. Just kept rushing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
That doesn't do anything, but you know, I had the time, so why not? Alright.
Use Magnum. There you go. This fight was annoying. I mean, it's an okay fight. It's just
The exit's up ahead.
There's tricky parts if it takes too long. Like he does jump up on the roof and then you have to hide because he spits acid. And you can't kill him while he's up there. So if he does manage to get up there, then you have to wait the entire time. I vividly remember when we had toy lightsabers as kids, and then on the news there was like, I guess some of them could cause cancer, like skin cancer, so then we had to take the batteries out. It's like the only thing I remember from my childhood, to be honest.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Skin cancer?
I mean, that's...
I thought it was an issue. Wasn't it something about them like blowing up or something? That's
don't
why
know.
you took out the batteries?
I could have swore it was the skin cancer thing, but... So we had full use of the lightsabers for like one evening, I think. They're both the green ones and the ones they fold in. So like you just swing it and then all of the little tears like pop out. I love when I get used to a game like this and then like the first time around I'm saving like so frequently and now it's like we haven't even touched a typewriter. We don't need to. We're just gonna waste time.
They black and blue? Black and yellow?
What?
Those birds? It looked like they were black and yellow.
I want them to remake. Well, Code Veronica, I feel like could benefit the most from it. I know there was the thing about 4, but Outbreak 1 and 2, I would love that. Hey.
All I can remember is Mercenaries now.
PTSD from it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Outbreak, we both played Outbreak, and then years later after the server shut down for the online service, I got File 2. And I remember so many fun times with File 1. Especially online. Oh, shoot. Especially online, where you can turn into a zombie, and then at that point, your goal is to hinder your teammates' progress. So I was playing the very first level on the hardest one, and none of us made it through because we all got zombified except for one guy trying to climb the ladder, and he was desperately trying to climb the ladder. But we kept knocking him down every single time.
How are we doing on time? Okay.
Not bad. I don't think we've healed once this entire time.
That was me, right? Yes. No.
So
was
there's certain times
that
where
was the
you heal
automatic
up.
one.
Right. So you did take enough damage to get in danger, but
That was the best time to do it.
Yeah, directly after you heal anyway, so
That's not good.
it's such a, like, I would not expect that kind of reaction.
Didn't you say this reminded you of those Goro guys from Zelda?
Yeah, Gorons.
Gorons.
Especially from Twilight Princess. Because they had that.
You know, I thought the same thing. I was like, he looks familiar.
Eat shit.
That's right. I don't even know why. I don't even need it. I don't need any money at this point.
You attempted. That was an attempt.
Get my Gatorade. I like to think I'm Kratos here, and the flask our boy.
I was thinking, is like, why even have us do that to begin with? Why couldn't you just like cut in and cut out, like, you know? I mean, you know, the first time it was nice. The third, fourth, fifth time when you do the speed ones, it's like, come on, really? You know, it's like, you complain about having a tough day. Think about Ethan's day.
Right? This is all over the span of a single day, by the way.
Less than a day, really.
Right. Well, toward the end, I guess it gets nighttime, but yeah, this is one hell of a night for this guy. One hell of a day. 24 hours.
It's my greatest pleasure to see you return alive.
Then you got this kid. This could get chopped up into pieces.
Man. I was just hoping it was metaphorical.
I know. I didn't like, nope, we legit.
But I was like, what?
We legit.
Like, I saw a head for the first time. I was like, what am I playing? How could they do this?
Should have told me, but oh, if you only knew what you're in for.
Also, like, huge pet peeve is I saw a bunch of other channels on YouTube, and then they would have the spoilers about, like, in title and
Yes,
and
yes.
title-
I hated
title
that.
card.
There, I actually unsubbed to a couple of channels because they, you know,
Like, I saw somebody made a reference to, like, that flask, and I was like, why would you do that? The game just came out.
yeah. I don't know. I remember seeing like parts of the end, like, of the cutscene, and I'm like, great. I was like, you know, I kind of knew where it was going, but then I want to see it for myself. All right, so I just took over
Yep, this is Sean.
because Steven actually hates the factory.
Well, I don't hate it. It's just, I think it is a little confusing going through it, but
It's not
also
confusing at all.
I tended to get lost a few times. And all right, I'm
Don't
watching.
worry about the kid, Ethan. It'll be fine. Ha! Just get your ass across the bridge.
And not to say that I don't like any part of this game. I love the whole game, but I definitely love the first part of the game, and then with every house or every area, I think wasn't as strong. But that's just my personal opinion.
I think in general, at least for me, Resident Evil games are better in the first part, and then when it picks up at the end, it's like, okay, it starts to lose that Resident Evil charm and becomes
Right.
a little bit more action. Not to
Like
say
in 7,
it's bad, but
in 7 they handled it with
What are you planning?
you know, at first is you're in the house with bakers, and it is terrifying, and then you all of a sudden have this huge arsenal of weapons, and then they take it away in the ship. Like, they brought back the horror in that part. By the way, if you guys haven't played the Village of Shadows difficulty, they definitely threw
oh
a
yeah,
lot
don't
of-
yeah, we're not gonna spoil it because you gotta learn like us.
I remember going on autopilot on so many times. I'm like, I know exactly what I'm doing because I played it 3 times. No, twice prior to that. So I knew what I had to do, but then they just throw like a bunch of different things at you.
Yeah, and you know, like when I was doing it, I was doing a that was actually what I did my speed run on, that
Same here.
difficulty.
I
But
did that as
I
well.
also I was using the infinite ammo magnum. I wasn't doing it like a fresh run kind of thing. I'm not about that life at all. Kudos to you if you can do it. For me, I was like, nope. But like so even then, like when I was doing my run, I was just kind of just like you said on autopilot, and I was like, all right, just go here and here. No, this is like 5 times actually. It threw me off. I think one time actually it scared me. Like I jumped because I was like I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I know there's people that can do it first try, like fresh new game.
I'm getting old. I
I-
can't.
It's mostly like I don't have as much time to like
This place is
focus
messed up.
on it.
I've got to
So-
go upstairs.
Like I used to play everything on the hardest difficulty right away, and I would put the time in, but can't do it now. So I, without shame, also did use the infinite magnum. But then the mercenaries last 4 levels, they're like you're gonna learn anyways,
Yeah, so I think we made up for it.
right? Because you had to. It was the same difficulty, so pretty much 1 hit puts you in danger if you don't guard, and then you can get hit twice in a row without you having the chance to heal. So I just had a little bit of a PTSD flashback when you opened that door, and I remember running Factory 2 because that was the most difficult level for me.
By the way, if you haven't heard the big hoopla, this part is actually getting Capcom in trouble, I believe.
Really? For what?
I want to say closer plagiarism, because most of these enemies were based off of a movie, characters in a movie called, I think, Frankenstein's Army.
I mean, I know Heisenberg is supposed to be like influenced.
No, but like the enemies, all the enemies, like the drill arm guy, the propeller head guy,
the Sturm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty obvious when you look at it. It's like, okay, they clearly drew
This is the inspiration from it.
But I'm not sure like if they were clear about that, if they said it, if they just didn't, you know, just.
It's so wild to think, you know, if a company just gets accused of plagiarism like that. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought all my fears of plagiarism were done when I left college. They have to submit the game to turnin.com. Oh wow, yeah, I see it. I just pulled up pictures of it. Sturm.
It's not even just him. It's all those
The
big
enemies too.
Yeah.
And then the setting looks similar too. I mean, I know it's a lab. So they really were meaning it was inspired by this Frankenstein stuff.
Mm-hmm. This whole section.
Like, to a full extent.
You know what part gets me, and I'm gonna. It's probably gonna get me again, but I'll let you know. Always, I've played this game like 4 times, and I always mess up at the same stupid spot, and it always gets me. I'm like, oh crap!
What, you mess up or the jump?
Not the jump. It's it causes me to jump. I should know what's happening, but I'll tell you. I'll show you.
There's one part with the jump, and I always I forget about it every single time. I remember thinking about it beforehand. I was like, alright, I've seen this 3 times, so I know it's coming up, and it still got me. What the mercenaries taught me was that if you shoot the legs, I think it does pretty much the same amount of damage, but you can't stagger it. So if they cover up the weak point, you can still shoot the leg. Especially now you have the magnum.
I always want to do this in real life. Play with that stuff.
This goop. It's like all those toy chemistry sets as kids.
Could use this.
Every time I hear that for the first time, I think school's out. Summer vacation.
Oh, Ethan. Such a disappointment.
I am just still alive.
I thought we could join forces against that bitch Miranda. Truly, truly disappointing. She took us to be her children. She locked us away in the village. Decades of being forced to serve her.
See, nothing to get confused about.
There's plenty. I think it was because also I just kept running around, and then I was like, how do I get back to that cog area? And
I'm not like my siblings.
That guy's right behind me.
Yep.
I want nothing more than to be free of that bitch. Though I need power.
And then I wasted time because I got the key mold, or no, I got the mold for the ball, and I was doing all those puzzles. So it's like, all right, I got
The
it's.
fruits of my power.
I gotta go back downstairs down here
Strong will
to use it,
destroy the weak. That's
and then I
the
kept
way of the
wandering
world.
around looking for the
You should have
mold
never
area
refused
because
me,
the
Ethan.
once you use the cog, then it shuts down part of the map. And I wandered around for too long looking for it, and I finally got it. And then right after I continued, and then they give you
This freaking part.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
part.
gosh.
That part.
I almost did it again. You saw that.
Yeah, that caught me every time. I forgot about it too.
Oh!
You want to jump for it again? But yeah, like right after I got the ball mold created, then I got the key mold, and I had to head back down there again, and that's like I was wasting too much time.
Yeah, when I first did this place, it was funny because Steven was actually over playing the
Got a
game
long way to go.
first run, and I was telling him, yeah, I wasn't having too much of an issue. I was doing okay, and I saw him like he was getting low on ammo like several times, and then as soon as I started playing this section of the game, that was me. I was like, oh man, I don't have a lot of ammunition at all, and all the enemies are like these tanky enemies.
Yeah.
And I was stressed. This part was stressful.
She doesn't care for us.
At that point, though, I mean, Sean was way better at managing his ammo apparently than I was. But because I played through most of the game like this, I really wasn't concerned about it. I was like, okay, this is nothing different. I'm used to this. I think the main thing was I didn't upgrade my weapons.
Yeah,
I barely did.
that's actually, yeah, I think we figured that was the reason why. Because
Right.
I updated my weapons.
But I was like, you know what?
Which allowed me to, have more damage per bullet.
Right. But for me, I was already intending to, I was just going to upgrade my character with the food items. And I was saving up to fully upgrade the Magnum right away.
What was that?
Caught you.
What was that?
You shoot the leg. There you go. He's still alive.
Screw up.
He's gonna just jump up.
In all my days, I never.
You had to shoot the thing at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
that
you're
caught
right.
me every time.
Oh man.
I remember when I was playing Village of Shadows, I ran past them. I'm like, all right, I don't need to fight him. I'm just gonna jump all the way to the top. And then they joined me right at that ladder to the left. And then I realized I gotta go back down and shoot the spots. I messed up.
Yeah, well, I actually shot them on the way up. It has been a while since I played this.
Right.
I'm out of my element, but I shot them all the way up, and I was like, all right, I got up to here, and both of them
they
jumped right here. I'm like,
right.
oh, and they messed me up. They messed me up.
But yeah, I first playthrough, I decided I don't need to upgrade my weapons. I'm going to save it so then I can just upgrade the Magnum right away. And then the game gives you enough ammo and crafting supplies to make it through the entire game. And if you're in a boss, I believe they also have weapon drops that randomly appear throughout the map. So
Oh, do
you're
they?
fine. Yeah.
You sure?
Yep. So like during the final boss, sometimes you'll see ammo on the floor. You didn't wait till the very last second for speedrun strats, man. Come on.
Shit, that was close.
I don't like doing that because I feel like I'm always gonna miss at the end.
By the way, I'm so glad they got rid of like quick time events. It was fine in 4 because it was kind of a new concept, or at least like it was starting to get popular back then. And in 5 it was fine, I guess. And 6 was like, I feel like that whole game was just one giant quick time event. And I always think about Asura's Wrath. Why not? I think that's by Capcom as well, isn't it? Fantastic game, but you don't get to enjoy the cutscenes. You gotta always be aware of it. Excuse you?
She'll start her ceremony with your rose. If that happens, it's all over. For your kid. And for the whole village. But don't worry. I'll stop it. I'll use Rose to kill Miranda. Poor Papa. You're the only one who doesn't see your kid's power.
Take Rose? I'd like to see you try.
Come on. Felt like the smarter thing to do is like, as I just put that one on, I should have pulled it to get it onto the next floor. No, it should have went up to the next floor, right? When I passed it the second time?
I mean, I guess you could have just...
I think when you activate
Yeah.
it, doesn't it automatically bring the elevator
Yeah,
up
it
there?
does, yeah. At least I believe so. He's just vibing. Why you gotta do this? It's just vibe bomb. Interesting.
It's dark.
Man, poor Duke. We haven't interacted with him at all once.
He
this
made
entire
made
playthrough.
no money this playthrough.
Yeah. Got that frugal dad challenge already done, but we did it again just to ruin the economy here. He was a good character. I liked him.
Who, Duke?
Yeah. I like that reference to the merchant as well.
A mercenary?
The mercenary, yeah. So you see a second one of those guys down here, and I thought the first time I played, I thought it was the same one, and I was like, how did he get all the way over here? I was so worried. And then every other playthrough, I would dodge that first one, and then I would keep my guard up, but I would just be running into that second one and push him all the way to the end so I can squeeze around him. There's a goat right there, all the way at the top. It's a tricky one to get. So if you're watching this playthrough, you know the location of 2 out of the 20 goats.
If you're watching this playthrough, what are you doing here?
Just for fun.
Let's go!
You really are a tough one.
I just like coming in and playing these games with all the overpowered equipment.
Yes.
Because it's like my revenge.
You can hear it. Can do. Someday. Wait.
Like every time I went through part 2, I remember we did the S rank. Was there S plus or just S? But you get the infinite rocket launcher, I believe, and there's also the chain gun. And it was so satisfying just playing with both of those. Same thing here, you know, you get this Magnum, you got the lightsaber, and I like the Dragoon.
No, that?
Yeah. That's also a good weapon to have infinite ammo for.
I don't really like grenade launchers.
It's okay. Like,
if it's an RPG, it'd be better.
I'm surprised they didn't have one. They just have that rocket pistol. I guess part 7 didn't have one either. That was a staple for Resident Evil. The final boss, you always get the rocket launcher.
Again?
I like his delivery for that line. You can really sense the desperation in his voice.
Can't turn back now.
It's a long time to hold.
They want to make sure you're really ready for this part. Also, if you haven't done a knife run, it was really fun. I liked it. I wouldn't do it for most Resident Evil games, but this one was a fun one to do it for.
Wasn't 7 there's a knife run too?
I don't,
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I did that one, I sped run that one too. And I think there might have been a knife one. I did all of the challenges in one.
See, that one I think was easier because you had those coins, those coins that you
right.
equip.
So you can, you had like there was like the arts as well, so like you would use a slot, but you would have stuff that makes your attack stronger, or you could guard and it does less damage to you. And I want to say the healing worked a little differently. So you would always be able to have your health regenerate to a certain threshold, and I think each difficulty was less. So if you play on casual, you would definitely be able to take at least a couple of hits, if I'm not mistaken. But here, I think it's the same throughout all difficulties. It only brings you back to a small amount. I love 7. I think it revitalized the series, and then I'm so happy. I think Village is better than 7.
Come on, man, hurry up.
Use the cannon. Yeah, you're good.
He's doing that plot armor stuff.
Yep.
But this part takes ridiculously long on the higher difficulty, to the point where it wasn't fun at all.
Yes. This and the next boss that comes up. Yeah.
That boulder punching asshole. But you're first.
Just wasting time. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh crap. I like how he like scoots over pathetically. Alright, I'm gonna go to the center. Oh.
So this you gotta watch all the way through until like the phone rings, then you can skip it. Even though this could have easily been just a cutscene.
Ethan's, as much as he's unlucky, he's very lucky.
He also literally has plot armor.
This can't be the end for me.
I also really liked him as a character since 7. I think, you know, it was kind of cool to have somebody that was just a regular guy every other game. You know, like most of the other games, rather, you know, they were trained professionals. I said when the phone rings, man.
Yeah, it rang. See?
See, but this
you didn't say when. You didn't say when to cut.
Scene. There you go.
You didn't say when to start. All right, so Steve's taking over.
I'm taking over.
Finish the game up.
Yep. For the finale.
I've confirmed the death of Ethan Winters. I wasn't able to retrieve the body, but I've recorded evidence.
Share your screen, and I'll go over the situation.
Been a while since we fought together, Captain. When was it last? The desert?
Has there been any word on any DLC for this game?
But thanks to your recon, we know Miranda's
No. And I think the reason why there were rumors of another Resident Evil game being released within the year of this one, supposedly called Outrage, which I'm excited for. I know nothing about it other than the rumors. Last I heard was that it's going to be a Switch exclusive, which I hate. but at least like a timed exclusive. But I would have rather it to come out on like Xbox, so I could just get it there. Since I have most of the Resident Evil games on Xbox.
BSAA craft spotted. 2 guards. I can take them.
Don't get cocky.
So this was my favorite segment until
the Village of Shadows difficulty.
Yeah, and until like Ethan became overpowered, because now he's kind of like Chris is normal here, but when you compare it to like your first run, he was overpowered. So when you went through this section, it was like, whoa, I'm so strong.
Also, the knife. This was like the worst part if you're doing a knife run.
Yes, that's another
because
thing.
it takes so long for the boss.
Umberise, I need some backup.
Also, you have to run for Village of Shadows. Like there's no way you could do this.
Yeah, this part was I had 2 pipe bombs. Or grenades. He doesn't have pipe bombs. He has grenades. He's official.
I've reached the target location. Damn, this is big. All right, Lobo.
What is that supposed to be?
What? Roger that, boss. I remember when I did the knife run, somehow I got a kill for using the laser here, which thankfully I realized pretty quickly.
It's a swarm headed that way.
Who's gonna be the enemy in 9? They did zombies, they did mold, they did this.
It's gonna bring back
Hedgies? It's gonna be Hedgies.
There must be something stimulating you.
Hedgies. Come on, go away.
Oh man, what's going on? Should have killed him.
No,
guys,
good.
This part was frustrating
on the village,
on the knife run, and on the.
I had to play it again because for whatever reason I got a death. You're gonna make me kill another set of them just because you're still reloading.
Where should I next?
Oh.
Whoa.
I'll mark a point with the target locator. Hang on.
I would have laughed if he got you.
Right.
Take that.
Good. Megamycete must be below. I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Captain, I compared the mold at the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the genome editing we saw in the E-series.
But yeah, it looks like they wrapped up the cause of the mold in this one, so I am curious as to what they're gonna do for the next one.
I got a tough guy here. I'm gonna need backup.
Boss, you're on the ground.
There's an opening in the roof. Use it.
Okay, I'm moving out. Hold on till I get there.
So yeah, it felt like a good 10 minutes. You have to hit this guy with a knife on your knife run, and you cannot use your laser either. You can't call a missile strike.
Good. I'll signal with the locator.
Give a guy a break.
Thought so. I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
I always found it funny. There's this one little stretch of this walk that you have these goggles on,
I doubt she saw
and he just takes it off over here.
I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists? A moldy little bird told her, maybe?
We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
The final goat's to the right over there.
It's the Megamycete.
Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
Keep your
So,
distance.
if you were paying attention and you sat here through the whole video, you just know the location of 3 goats.
3 of them. Okay.
There wasn't
The
time.
trickier ones, in my
We
opinion.
didn't expect Miranda to act so soon.
Even so, you should have told him.
Yeah.
So we might
This must
make
be Miranda's lab.
less than 2 hours.
No.
No? You don't think? We got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
11.
you have plot armor fight for the last... Is that 6 minutes?
Dude, no, it goes super quick. You just gotta get through this part. And then the little walk. But I have a 30-second clip of me getting through the final boss.
It's cold. How did I get here?
What are you laughing at?
It's like at the end, you suddenly put all their loading screens at the end. Like, I know in our videos we say it a lot, but man, I'm so used to
No.
these faster
loading
load
screens.
times.
That's why Sean's so upset if that rumor is true about a Switch exclusive Resident Evil.
Yeah, I mean, amongst others, but you know, I've been playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and oh my gosh, the amount of time that I saved because of the faster loading.
I remember the elevators, you had to watch those. And it does give conversation, so it's neat to watch, but like
You fulfilled your purpose.
you can skip those now because you don't need to watch the
Disposed
loading.
of my false children and awakened the glorious Megamycete. Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true peace.
This is, I hate when they have boss fights that have like dialogue within it.
Yes, Nier did that, and
Now, Mr.
you don't do as much
Winters,
damage
I think it's
until
time
after
we
the
left
dialogue
things
is finished. See? We got this.
This is how you end the Winters.
He had the
I'm sure
lightsaber.
I never see
Yeah, I was actually gonna pull that out for the coup de grace. You have to shoot that thing behind her first, and now we're gonna finish it up. And we're done. See? Less than 2 hours.
Hey!
There we go.
Alright.
Well, that is our combined speedrun for Resident Evil
Yeah,
Village.
casual, infinite ammunition. The
Just
Magnum,
for fun?
Just for fun. But I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one. I can't speak for Steven, but
Absolutely not.
can't wait for 9 or whatever Resident Evil game comes next. I know it's probably going to be, if it's not that spin-off, it's going to be that Resident Evil 4 remake. But I'm very, very excited for 9. I think it's going to be cool. So, yeah. Anything else you'd like to say?
There you go. Hope I helped you find 3 goats out of 20.
The 3 elusive goats. Alright, y'all. See you all in the next one.
Later.